Hey everybody, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today I'm doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 book tag. So I was tagged to do this by Taylor from Tellson Streets with Tay. This honestly is another God thing, y'all. I have to film today. Obviously, I'm filming, and I didn't know what I was gonna film. I was gonna look up a tag or something, but then Taylor mentioned me in her video, and it just worked out perfectly. God allowed it to happen that I saw that, and now I'm doing the tags. The first prompt is 5 recent 5-star reads. The first one, which I finished I think yesterday or the day before, was Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This book is just so special now. I had seen the movies and I love those, but reading the book, it's just a different experience, and I will do a more detailed review of my enjoyment in my recent reads, which hopefully should be soon, within the next 2 weeks, I believe. So yeah, this is just really good, and it's a special story now that I've read it and not just watched it, but yeah, it was a good 5 stars. The second one is He Should Have Told the Bees by Amanda Cox. This was like a literary fiction, I believe. It had a little bit of romance that was a very sweet element. I really enjoyed the romance just because it was so subtle and just a very special romance. And yeah, it was just good because there's a lot of faith content, a lot of just deep moments that I really appreciated. The next one is The Desert Princess by Melanie Selle. This was an Aladdin retelling, and for one, the cover, stunning. She is gorgeous. But I really just enjoyed this story. I loved seeing our main character grow. I loved the relationship. The Aladdin fairy tale was really well done. I don't know, this story was just so good, and I continue to think about the characters a lot. The next book was one from my stack, so I had to grab that. But that was The Story Hunter by Lindsay A. Franklin. This is the 3rd book in the series. I think I gave all the books 5 stars. Or at least 4.5. I'm pretty sure they're all 5 stars though. But this was the grand finale. This is what everything was building for. This is definitely one of those trilogies that when you look back at the first book, you realize how small it was, and then you see the whole world now. This is one of those trilogies that does that to you. And it was good. I really did enjoy it. It was a great conclusion. There are some trigger warnings for an attempted assault that does not happen. We'll talk about it in my recent reads, but I still enjoyed it. It's a good story. And the last one is the last book in a series, which this series honestly is just amazing. One of my favorite ever, but that would be Dyan Air by Dyan Air. This is the last book in the Ilion Chronicles besides the novella. I love this book so much. I was worried at the ending, but it resolved itself. It is a beautiful story. The faith content is it's beautiful. I love it. This series is epic. It grows in a good way. I just love it. The next one is number 4, 4 auto by authors. And if you watch my Bookish Buzzwords video, which you should, I mentioned 4 authors that I will automatically read. I won't probably automatically buy them because I tell myself that I'm on a book buying ban, and then that eventually goes away at some point. Those 4 authors are Erin Mangum, Joanna Davidson Politano, Danny Petrie, and Nadine Brandes. I would have grabbed a different book for Erin Mangum because I love it, but I'm currently reading it, so I'm just going to grab her standalone Mind the Gap. Love this book. So good. Joanna Davidson Politano, you probably can guess what I'm going to grab, but that would be A Midnight Dance. A sweet story, beautiful book. I think I also talked about this in my Bookish Buzzwords video. Danny Petrie, I did also talk about this in my Bookish Buzzwords. But this one is The Crushing Depths. This is book 2 in the Coastal Guardians. Love this book. Definitely my favorite in the trilogy. Bit more romance, but it's good. It's just good. For Nadine Brandes, I am just picking her first book because I can't pick a favorite. But this is A Time to Die. Very special place to me. The faith content in this trilogy is the best ever. It's just really good. I love her. I love her books. Her new book is coming out, I think in July or June. Beautiful cover, great description. You need to pre-order it. I also need to pre-order it. Next one, 3 favorite genres. And all of these I'm going to talk about, and a little bit of romance and a lot of faith, and that's just just imagine all of these have Christian romantic blank, and that's what it is essentially. For the first genre, it's fantasy, and while this is considered clean fantasy, she is a Christian author, and this book in particular has a lot of allegorical references. I also think there's a bit more in the Return to the Four Kingdoms, but this has a really cool like allegory in it. This is not my favorite book in the series, but it's still good. The second genre is dystopian. If y'all know of any good Christian dystopian or like superhero books, please let me know. I'm trying to find some. But for dystopian, I picked Anomaly by Krishna McGee. This, besides Nadine Meredith, is a great Christian dystopian. Great faith content. There's a little bit of romance. There's a love triangle, but don't worry. If you're on the right team, it'll work out. But the dystopian in this is amazing. For suspense, I don't own the book yet, which is really sad, but I'm going to pick No One to Trust by Lynette Eason. I love this book so much. It's really good. The suspense is great. The faith is great. The romance is just good enough. I love this book. Number 2, 2 places you like to read. And for me, number 1 is the couch. That's most of the time where I read. And then the second place is my bed. I don't read her a lot, but like when I do, it's really comfortable, so I enjoy it. And then the last one, which is number 1, one book you promised to read soon. And I had such a hard time picking this out because there are at least like 3 books I can think of besides the one I chose that I want to read soon. So I'm gonna mention this one. I'm trying to just pick one. There's like 3 more. I think I mentioned all the authors that had new releases in the videos. Victoria Lynn's new book, I think it's supposed to come out this year or next year, but once it comes out, I want to read it and probably will read it. I know this tag has been around for a while, so if I mention you and you've already done it, do not feel like you have to do it. You are free to do it again if you want to. If you're seeing this and you want to do it, you're tagged, but I did have 3 people I did want to tag. The first one is Reese from the writing Songbird. I don't think you've done this tag, so I just want to tag you. And then the second one is Christy A. Cole. I know she's on a little hiatus from book 2, but whenever you get back, take your time. Whenever you get back, I would love to see you do this. And then the last one is Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. I know she does some book reviews as well as movie reviews. So if you want to do this for books or movies, I'd love to see you do it. So that is all for the tag, but now I'm going to talk about what I'm reading. So I'm currently reading 2 books. So first I'm reading The Mysterious Benedict Society, but I'm reading it on my Kindle just so I can read 2 books at a time. I do have the physical copy from my library, but I have it on the Kindle. It's good. I'm really enjoying it. This is a reread for me. I read, I think, the first 2 books. I can't really remember. But that's why I'm rereading it, to remember. But this is about like special children who are really smart or just really cool kids. I kind of follow them. Very funny, very cute. I really love Constance. She is something else. And Lindsay, I know. I'm rereading it. They're really good. Amazing books. I cannot wait to continue. I am actually rereading another trilogy, but that is the Page Alder trilogy by Aaron Mangum. I love this trilogy so much. I think I've read it twice, so this will be my 3rd read through of it. And then last, I'm going to talk about what I'm reading in the Bible, which is really cool. I actually finished reading the Bible in its entirety. I just finished today. I finished in Revelations, which, while some of it was a bit hard to understand, it took a bit more reading into. I really loved it. I love the first verse of chapter 22. It's just so powerful and so calming, I guess. But yeah, since I'm done reading the Bible through, I thought I'd move on to one of the devotionals I think I mentioned in my book haul, quite possibly. I think I'm going to do the Pray one. This is from the Daily Grace Company. That's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope God bless you today. I do my absolute very best to post Tuesdays at 12:30. YouTube has a problem with that sometimes. But I'll see you next time. I hope you really have a blessed day. Bye!